smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do? Yeah,
I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And now the throw taken in by Chark, and they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
4.
Out of the gun is Minshew. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsay. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Smith, his first carry, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And here comes Westbrook. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Looking to throw it, Minshew. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught. Touchdown! Jaguars. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house.
Richie James on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 32. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now Minshew. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
Hey, box truck.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. 55. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there and went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Richie James on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Richie James on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
That good for 22 and a first down. His way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A first down carry for Smith. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. After the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. They run it with Balazs. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. This is caught, and he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's a run with Balazs, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kalen Balazs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again.
Kick is good.
And he's able to put it through.
The score, Jaguars 14, Steelers 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely loved it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked, and I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a toss right to Smith. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Set up to throw. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Steelers have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Throwing on 2nd down. Minshew looking left sideline. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll run here with Melange. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Again, it's Balaj. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Balaj. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now Balaj. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll drop to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now it's Smith. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his left. And he finds Howard complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Ito Smith. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Anthony McFarland, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize it. I think you juice them up because I haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
38-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off play action, it's Minshew. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
At the 34-yard line.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. That interception, maybe the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Brings
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
A loss of 2 yards.
He'll look to throw.
3rd down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now James returning. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That 2nd down play nets a -4. The Steelers on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 14. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
40-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Down and 9.
Let me breathe. Come on, set. 15, line up. 15 line. 55.
Minshew throwing on third down. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That gain on third down, good for 28.
32-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Minshew sets to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Minshew's pass.
5 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
A gain of
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
7-yard line.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on second down. Minshew. And his throw is incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. The 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Protein spill. Check. Watch the ship. Hey, exit. Watch the ship.
Here's Minshew. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll go play action here with Minshew. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Back to throw here. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Smith. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the penalty, it's Smith. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The 18-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
Today's final score, Steelers.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.